Hey y'all, I just got finished watching this movie called The Past on Bravo. It was created by Candy Burris and Todd Tucker. Okay, so we know Candy Burris from The Real Housewives of Atlanta. And the reason I say this is because, Candy has a restaurant and on Bravo, they follow her in her house, whatever. So in this movie, The Past, they were at Candy's house. They used Candy's house, which made me think of Tyler Perry. Remember Tyler Perry did that Diary of a Mad Black Woman? And he used his house. Now, when I saw the movie, I didn't know he used his house, but they told us later on he used his house. So when I was watching it, I just automatically knew that was Candy's and Todd's house because I had been watching them on The Real Housewives. And they have these restaurants, and they got the old lady gang. I've been to a couple of the old lady gangs, and then I went to Blaze Steak and Seafood, and they were at her restaurant doing some of the scenes. So I'm watching the movie like they out there by the water fountain, because I knew exactly where they were in the movie, and I was kind of distracted. And then when they went to the office scene, I was like, is that her office or did they build out? But I was thinking that, and I made a couple of notes because I was like, Tyler Perry house, they took his inspiration from the great Tyler Perry. So they were at Blade Seafood, and then they did certain angles so that you couldn't tell. They kind of made it seem like they was in a hotel, but they were still at the restaurant shooting scenes. So she got a bar in the restaurant. Because I did a tour of the restaurant. So she got a bar in the restaurant, a private eating area. And so their staff meetings that they were having in the movie were at the private eating area. And I was like, they were really good at the angles. And so one thing about when I went to the seafood place, I did not like the way they served. So I ordered like a steak, potatoes, macaroni and cheese, and cornbread. And you know how some people don't like their food to touch on the plate. My food can touch on the plate, but they had the food stacked on top of each other. It was like potatoes and gravy, the steak on top of that, the mac and cheese on top of that, and then the bread on top of that. And I'm like, so I haven't been back. But it's a nice looking restaurant, but wasn't nobody there. So I don't know. The shelf, they start doing it. I do not like that at all. But back to the review. Okay. So y'all remember Ronnie and Diamond from the Players Club? There is a scene in the movie that reminded me of Ronnie and Diamond. So I don't want to like spoil it for you and give you the whole movie. It is on Bravo right now. Bravo has I'm not working for them. They updated the app though, because I have DirecTV Stream, and I usually have to go through DirecTV to see all of my see all of my movies or whatever. But they sent me an email this morning that this is on. I hit the little link and it went through. So they updated some things. And DirecTV, I'm not getting sponsored. They got HBO, Showtime, Starz, Cinemax. They giving all that away free for this weekend. So if you have DirecTV, like a smaller package, but you don't have, because I only have Starz, so they're gonna give you Showtime, Cinemax, and all that stuff free for Thanksgiving Day weekend. So you could check that out. But yeah, so back to the show. So the girl was definitely another movie, Sleeping with the Enemy. And my mom's just all over the place with this. And she was definitely sleeping with the enemy. You saw that movie, Sleeping with the Enemy, when that lady had to leave her husband because he was a abusive person. Okay. And I said Candy Moon in real life. My notes, but if you watch the Real Housewives of Atlanta, you will know her mama, Mama Joyce. And look at Mama Joyce's wig. Like the lady in the movie had on Mama Joyce's wig. And the lady in the movie was also acting like Mama Joyce do. So they took some scripts from their real life and, you know, made a movie out of it, which was smart, which was brilliant. And I was like, if you're not gonna have people in the restaurant, you might as well make it a studio. Look at me being shady. No. That's silly. But anyway, and I be losing my train of thought. But anyway, so I looked down at my notes. But the man that was pretending, well, that the man that was the husband in this film, right? When they did good at this point, and this was a 10 out of 10. When they revealed that he was a villain, he had the villain brows. I'm like, now he looks like the villain. Now that they said, okay, he is the villain, his brows actually look like a villain. So that was a 10 out of 10. That was one of my notes. But the movie was, I'm going to say, a slow burn, because it took 7 years for them to play a trick on this girl. I'm not going to tell you everything, but I'm going to give them 3 stars out of 5 for this, because they tried. You know what I'm saying? They tried, but it didn't add up, because after they told us what it was, then that scene didn't make sense at the golf course. If you go watch it, the golf course did not make sense at all after they told us, hey, this is what really happened. You're like, And it's like Candy Burris and Todd Tucker, and then he had a tribute to his mom when it first came on, and that was nice. But I'm like, Candy gonna be like, I haven't seen her interview about this, because it was some months ago. I think they had it on Peacock or something for a long time, and now it just came out on Bravo. And the movie is about an hour and 30 minutes, but it was 2 hours. So they got like 20 minutes of 20 minutes of commercials in there. So, but anyway, yeah, at least they tried, and I don't know. I'm gonna go with 3 stars. All right, thanks for watching my video.